I'm Kyle, and as usual, I'm joined by Devin of More Sports.
Hello.
And today we are joined by M.R. Erfman. Would you like to introduce yourself?
My name is M.R. Erfman. I am a dark paranormal romance author and an honorary nerd, and it is so happy. I'm just so happy to be here.
All right. So we are a nerd pop culture and sundries podcast. What are some things you nerd out about?
Well, if it's not blatantly obvious, books, but also D&D, video games, a little bit of comic books. I'm versatile.
What's your
Alrighty.
what's your top 5 comic books in your collection?
It has to be my near complete Hellboy collection.
Oh, okay.
That would
Okay.
Yeah, yeah, no, I have an almost complete collection of Hellboy comics. It was really sweet. They were given to me. I did not purchase them myself. A mother, her son had just passed away, and I saw her comics books and I was geeking over them because I was like, "Oh my gosh, I love Hellboy." And she's like, "I was going to sell them, but if you'll appreciate them, please take this." I'm like, "Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am." And then I have to say that my most prized comic book is my Night Nurse comic.
Oh yeah. I know I have a good bit of the Marvel Godzilla from the 70s. I found at an antique store, and it was like it's not the full run, but it's like 16 or 17 issues, and it cost
Okay.
me like 70 something dollars. And I was like,
Wow.
I've got to take this. It was so cool.
Yeah.
That's like right now in my collection. I've got the complete run of Invincible from the volume books, and then like I've got the big volume 3. That's the only thing I've really got completed in my collection. Oh, I
Oh,
lied.
that's it. That's
No, I lied. Sorry. I've got
hmm
all the Invincible completed, DC's Identity Crisis completed. This came out about 3 years ago. Dark Marvel's Dark Ages. I've got all of that
Oh, I was
miniseries.
looking at that.
I didn't like it. It felt like so. This is how I've been explaining Dark Ages to people. It feels like an open
Mhm.
world video game where you do just the main quests.
I think I have something better to compare it to. You know the new HBO movie for the Yakuza, but it's the Justice League.
No, I
Okay.
don't. I'm sorry.
So there's a new movie coming out. I don't know if it's out yet. It probably is out by the time this comes out, I'm assuming. There's a on HBO they're advertising it's the Justice League. They're mind controlled, but they're Yakuza. And so Batman and Robin have to stop them. And it's kind of like, to be many to correct me, the when the Samurai Batman,
Okay. Yeah.
yeah. It's kind of like that in that art style.
Yeah, I think it's a direct sequel to that one, and I've actually not watched that one yet.
Oh, I thought you did.
No.
See, I'm still on a scavenger hunt myself because I love Lady Death like
hmm
no other, and I'm trying to find a compendium of it because there's no way I'm going to be able to track down every single Lady Death, little thing that's going on. But also, I need to get the DVD. There was a movie for Lady Death that was done. It was like the classic like 90s cartoon style. So
hmm
good. It was so good. Did you guys know that she's in Agatha all the way?
No.
Wait, I have not finished Agatha all of the way.
I
Oh
honestly
no,
haven't
I'm so
started it.
sorry.
Oh no, I lost access to what was it? Disney Plus because I
No.
ended up moving and so I wasn't living with my family anymore. And so I was like, and then I got access to it for a while. And then it was like showing a weird location.
Oh no.
Are you traveling? And I'm like, ah shit. So
Damn, that sucks. Lady Death is in there, and I screamed, I think, once I found out. I don't know if I was too happy with the casting of her just because of, comic book obsession,
mhm.
but I can understand it.
Oh
Jesus
no,
Christ, the DVD is $95 on Amazon.
Right? I'm just waiting for. I told my dad to put his copy in his will for me because my
Shoot.
dad is a huge nerd. He kind of passed down the gene.
Well, I was trying to
oh,
remember when you said 90s style. I was like, okay, I definitely because like I'm a big 90s style fan, anyways. But I was like drawing a blank, and I was like,
Hmm.
oh, okay, this, yeah.
Yep.
oh yeah, I'm
Remember.
I'm I'm big on Moon Knight. And so I keep when the Marvel series came out, I was like, "Oh my gosh, Devin, blah 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 blah," and he's like, "That's great, buddy. I like Spider Man."
I do.
Yeah, I thought you were going to talk about your Spider-Man collection you were working on.
Oh, dude, yeah. Well, I haven't worked on it in a while, so I'm trying to get all 1,000 issues of the Amazing Spider-Man, and I haven't. Oddly enough, I'm having trouble finding stuff from 2014 through 2016 that run, but I can find a bunch of stuff from the
Hmm.
90s. or early 2000s.
That's wait a minute. Isn't that when they started transferring online,
Yes and
trying to
no.
transition online, and that probably where it got scarce.
It's when the run was
Sounds
really
about right. I
bad.
mean, if anything,
Me
I
and
was gonna say, if anything, check on their direct website.
yeah, I don't know. We've just been working on other projects, and I'm just like, my newest hyper focus right now has been my wife surprised me with Keanu Reeves' graphic novel Berserker, or
Hmm.
she
No
surprised me with
way.
that, and so I've been reading that. I've been like,
I
it's a really good read.
Speaking of Keanu Reeves, I can't express how excited I am for Constantine 2.
Hmm.
Constantine 2, that's gonna. I've been waiting. Yeah, you haven't heard?
No,
He even said that he was gonna do a Constantine 2. And if I'm well, I'm not lying because that's what I saw. But if they lied to me, I'm gonna be sad.
no. I'm looking at a trailer right now. Okay, I'm
Yeah.
actually I liked Constantine in the books.
Oh yeah.
Uh,
No, I loved him. Well, paranormal romance author likes the paranormal comics. It kind
yeah,
of balances itself out.
Yeah, lately, ever since he's made that announcement that they were working on the second one, I was like, I gotta watch his version because it's been so long.
he was really good in Batman Urban Legends. So that run that just ended last year, I think.
Oh, did he write
Did you
that?
guys see the Continental?
No, what?
Did you see the
Constantine was in
Continental?
it.
Yeah.
Sorry, I didn't read the Urban Legends series.
Yeah, no.
My
I
bad. I
kept
was
trying to
like,
get you to.
my bad. I'm gonna say Keanu Reeves wasn't. He wrote the Batman Urban Legends.
No, Constantine.
Oh
Oh my
No,
gosh,
but
Devin.
did you guys see the Continental?
no.
Oh, you're missing out. That's an entire. It's about the Continental, where Constantine goes and whatnot.
Wait a minute.
Or
Yeah, I
wait,
haven't.
hold on. Am I just thinking of what's his name? No, I think I'm mixing it up because that is the other thing that Keanu Reeves does, where he has to save his dog all the time.
But John Wick.
Thank you,
I don't
John
think
Wick.
is this John Wick?
Yeah. Oh, Continental. It's on Peacock. Yeah. I'm sorry. I'm not a big John Wick
Yeah,
fan.
I'm
Mm.
sorry.
Are you just a big? Wait a minute. Are you just a big fan of Keanu Reeves in general?
Yes and no, in the right kind of movies.
No, I was asking Devin.
I mean, I didn't care
I
for John
mean,
Wick, but I like him in
listen,
Cyberpunk
man.
2027.
Okay, listen, man. If you have a crush, that's okay.
Yes, as I'm staring as you see my giant Keanu Reeves poster behind me. There is no poster behind me. It's over there
No,
on
you
that
had
side
to.
of the wall.
I know.
My actual boyfriend's on this side of the wall because we had to change some stuff around for the baby. Yeah, I gotta move that poster over there. I knew I should have done it today. But
Okay.
no, I'm excited for that movie. I need to watch the first one because it's been a hot minute since I've watched it. But I have been reading his graphic novel, and then he's a main side character in Cyberpunk 2077. If you and your husband have played it,
Wait, no, we haven't. No, so when it comes to us playing video games together, it takes two, obviously. That was an
Mm,
absolutely fantastic game. I can't wait to play Split Fiction with him. Come on. Saw that there was like a little Easter egg from It Takes Two and it broke my heart. The
yeah.
elephant.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna die.
It's the only thing I've seen split fiction, and I was like, oh no.
It's it's so sad. Thinking
Yeah.
about it, I want to cry. We play some COD. What was that? We did Prison Break. A lot of the times, when it comes down to it, when we play video games together, it's he does all the controls and I tell him what to do. So that's how we got through Dante's Inferno. That was such a great game.
oh yeah, it's classic.
Yeah. I like Assassin's Creed. I love
Yeah,
that storyline.
what's your favorite one in the series? If you had to pick one,
Oh God, if I had to pick one. Okay, not for the storyline, but just for the theme, it would have to be Black Flag. That one, I love that. And then Odyssey. Odyssey, I like that whole, you know, Greek Roman type deal.
God, I remember this is back in 21. Me and my wife were trying to speed run. Who could speed run that game the
Hmm.
fastest? And my wife obviously won because she can hyper focus on video games. I can't. Like I bounce around. Like I literally just started the
He's awful.
Saints Row game that I bought back in like December, and I still got to beat a bunch of other games.
Oh
And
my
I'm like,
gosh,
yeah, I can't help it.
they're still making Saints Row?
Yeah, they made a reboot. I think it was 3 years ago, 2 years ago. They made the fifth game.
Wow. I've been so out of touch. What was that one that I was recently playing? There's this. It's what is it? Brain. Sea of Thieves.
Oh, okay.
I love Sea of Thieves. I just like fishing. Forget everything else. Just okay, maybe I'll go on a treasure hunt. But like I have fishing goals. I need to collect all the fishies. Same thing with Animal Crossing.
Yep.
Crossing. Nice. Crossing. I have to collect all the fishies.
Oh no, that is one of my comfort games, and I'll be like playing for like hours, and my girlfriend will be, like, "What are you doing?" I'm fishing, and she goes, "Okay,
Wait, which one? Animal Crossing or Sea of
yeah,
Thieves?
Animal Crossing."
Well, and it's funny because I aged myself because I'm like, I've been playing Animal Crossing since GameCube. What are you all saying? This is new. It's not new at all.
Oh yeah, I've been playing Donkey Kong since I think it was Nintendo 64 or the GameCube. I don't remember which. And then I got the Game Boy Advance, and I played that so much.
Oh no, so you guys are good than me.
Most of my stuff was hand me downs, so I
Oh, that makes it worse.
yeah.
I've been playing Donkey Kong for quite some time.
Mm,
Though I have to say GameCube had the best one with Donkey Konga. I love
mhm,
Donkey Konga.
yeah,
Is
I
that
would
the one with the
Oh my
drums?
gosh, bongos. The bongos, yeah.
yeah.
You had to do it. It was fantastic. And then Luigi's Mansion.
Hmm.
I actually have a Luigi Mansion tattoo.
Oh,
Really?
nice.
I do. Just yeah. So I have Luigi on one side of my leg where he's scared holding the vacuum, and on the
Yeah.
other side is just the outline of Boo.
Mm.
Hmm.
And then I also have an R2D2 on my other leg.
Did you post that on TikTok? I think I remember seeing that.
I'm maybe I probably said that I could tell people my body's haunted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I watched. Okay, so like to prep for like making the questions, we normally try to cater to them. So I watch nearly everybody's TikToks that come on before, and I'm like, I am going to learn everything I can to make this conversation as enjoyable as possible.
And it's so chaotic.
Yeah.
My page is so chaotic. I don't even have a lane to stay in. I don't know how to find my target audience because I do so much.
Hmm.
Arts and crafts, baking, cooking, all the stuff, comics, video games, outdoors. It doesn't matter. I'm just vibing.
No, you are completely okay because I know. I'm just looking at my collection on the wall, and it's just like pot figs. We have so many books, comic books. Or my girlfriend has her romance books over there, and then a
Wait,
pile of.
you're not reading her romance books?
No, I have my own,
Okay, so what romance books are you reading?
the gay ones.
Which ones?
So I've
Those
got.
aren't titles.
Hold on a second. I've got a lot of Heartstopper. I've got.
Ooh.
There's. I can't read this far away because I'm not wearing glasses.
It's okay. Which one's your favorite? That's all I care about.
So there's one. I can't see. Where
Oh
are
no,
my
we're making a
glasses?
move.
I need my glasses to see this, but I know which one.
Oh my gosh, are we twinning?
Yes, that is something I noticed.
We both have Clark Kent glasses?
Yes. So it's Love Me for Who I Am. It's a I think they're called Black Ship. So it's a story about a transgender person
Okay.
falling and then in a romance with another guy, but they're not a guy, they're not a girl. They're assigned male at birth, but they're
Okay.
non-binary. And it's them
Nice.
coming in their own with their own identity and all that. And I really love that story.
Okay. Very good.
Mhm.
So what you're saying is that you brought me on my podcast and you didn't even read my book.
I have not.
Shame. Shame.
You should ask Devin.
Devin, did you read my book?
I've been busy with shows. I'm sorry.
Shame. We're gonna take you down. Shame. So you did a deep dive on my account.
Yes.
What do you think? Tell me. What are your thoughts?
I honestly that is how we run the Twitter. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's just chaotic things. I will post things on our Twitter and Devin be like, "Who made you mad by
Yeah.
parking in 3 parking spots?" Just some random guy. And he's like, "Wait," and he's like, "Who's getting a bitch slap at 3 a.m.? Who upset you? Are you okay?" And I'm, "Yeah, why?" I was like, "Oh yeah, I forgot I tweeted that."
Yeah, there was one morning I woke up getting ready for work, so I was like, I wonder how the Twitters do it. Whoever the fuck parked in fucking 3 parking spots last night, you're getting fucking bitch slapped when I see you in the morning. I'm like, bro, let me call this man because he was doing security at night. I said, let me call this man before he loses his job.
Yeah, it's just utter chaos on our Twitter.
Don't know how to run my stuff any other way. And honestly, if I had to pick a platform, TikTok is my favorite.
Mhm.
Honestly. Instagram, I tried Instagram Live once. It was cold and dark and lonely over there.
Yeah.
There was no fun. At least on my lives, because every morning on live I do breakfast and chat. So one of my big things is that I like having an open space where we could kind of be free. I could connect with my audience, but also sitting down and eating breakfast is important for not only me, so I remember to eat breakfast, but if there's anybody out there struggling with an eating disorder that comes across my page and just needs somebody to
Hmm.
eat with, I'm there. I don't even know you're eating. You don't have to tell nobody, but I'm there with you. And sometimes that's all some people need.
Hmm.
So
I think
I know.
I actually think that's a great transition. How do you take your coffee?
Okay, so many different ways. Recently, I've been on a profi kick, so I do the Rise strawberry
Hmm.
protein powder, and I just mix it in with my coffee. Otherwise, it's just milk and sugar.
Does it mix well with the coffee?
Oh, Rise. So I've drank protein powder since I was a kid, and Rise has the best flavor and best mixing that I have
Hmm.
found so far. Not sponsored. I just really like their stuff.
No, Rice had one of what was it? Their Baja Blast flavor was one of my favorite pre-workouts.
Okay. I well, and I have their what is it? Kool-Aid. Their Kool-Aid
Hmm.
version, or High C or something for their Clear Whey. So
Hmm.
good. The blueberry one. If I had to pick in my coffee, the blueberry muffin is my favorite. But yeah,
Okay.
and I got one. I now have one of those fancy Gila mix
Hmm.
shakers. So it's just my mornings are easy. There's first breakfast, and then we have second breakfast.
Oh yeah, I have plenty of second breakfasts and a third.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, I eat like a hobbit. You have to.
Hmm.
It's the only way.
Oh yeah, Devin loves Lord of the Rings.
No,
We
no.
we watch it every year.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
So we have a schedule. Our movie schedule every year is first we start with a Lord of the Rings sometime around Thanksgiving. The extended versions only. We have to watch all the Hobbits, actual chronological order, not cinematic order. The kids aren't there yet. Christmas time is always Harry Potter. We watch all of the movies. Then October is like Nightmare Before Christmas and like do you ever see the old time Halloween Disney cartoons, like the
Mm,
Trick or Treat one with Donald Duck and
Yes.
Huey,
yes,
Dewey,
but it's
Louie.
been a hot minute.
Oh my god, every year it's my thing, and the Haunted Mansion. So I made a tradition with my kids.
Oh wait,
After we've
which
done trick
one?
or treating, okay, which one? What?
Which
Haunted
haunted
Mansion.
mansion? The new one or the old one?
We don't watch it. We listen to the original audio
Mhm.
story. So when we're done trick or treating and everything, they get their showers. We sit down with the candy and everything. I get a blanket. I throw it over so it's all spoopy and dark, and we listen to the Haunted Mansion audio.
I know every fall, to be around September to October, we watch Over the Garden Wall. Now, The Lord of the Rings is whenever we're feeling like it in our house. And so there was one day, my girlfriend's like, I want to watch Lord of the Rings. And I looked at her and I'm like, absolutely. And she goes, this is The Hobbit. Why are we watching this? And I was like, you can't get to Lord of the Rings without watching The Hobbit first. We have to watch all the
Exactly.
extended editions,
Yes.
and then I'm sitting there with my Lord of the Rings blanket, and she's like, "Okay, this is the thing." Because we finished Rings of Power, and she was like, "I want to watch Lord of the Rings," and I'm like, "Absolutely."
See, I still haven't finished Rings of Power. I gotta get back on that. But it was
It was okay.
it was okay because that happens before everything.
Yep.
Yeah.
So it's like well before even The Hobbit, but the timeline
Hmm.
doesn't exactly match up.
Okay.
And then it's okay.
Okay.
It's a journey, but it's okay.
Well, I mean, it's supposed to be a journey, I feel. It's
Hmm.
kind of on par. But I had a very similar thing with my husband because I am the more nerdy of us two. And he looked at me one day and he's like, "What is this Lord of the Rings or what?" And I was like, "Sir, you about to learn today." And he's like, "Well, I found the movie. Do we watch this one or the extended?" I'm like, "Extended." That's how you always have to do it. And the funny thing is when we watched it this year, this was the first time he actually stayed awake
Hmm.
the whole time, and he was like, "They were so good." I'm like, "I know." My son's starting to like get interested in it, and he was like on this whole hunt for orcs in our backyard, and I'm like, "That's right. Gandalf would be proud."
Yep. Oh yeah. Devin, I know you're not the biggest Lord of the Rings fan, but I know Megan is.
God, at my house, listen. Every couple months, maybe every 4 months, we're sitting in the living room watching Lord of the Rings, The Hobbit, and about Christmas time, we are watching Harry Potter. All of them in order.
Yeah, you have to. Harry Potter is a Christmas movie. You can't convince me otherwise.
And lately, we've been Not you, not Hermione, but you. That's all my wife's been saying, and I'm like, and it begins. I'm just waiting for Dobby to just pop up, be like, Dobby needs a sock, sir. God,
a free elf.
if you want to help Master Devin, get him a beer. I say that as I got Hogwarts Legacy playing in the background. I was playing that before we hopped on.
Does have you read the books as well?
No.
Uh,
So I have this weird thing. If I see the movie or show before I read the books, I can never read the books
Hmm.
because I already have this preconceived image in my mind and I have a very vivid imagination. So they'll be describing one thing and I'll be like, no, that's not how it is. And I can't allow myself to be immersed in the stories.
Okay.
So,
Yeah, I know. I read so for an ex. I read the Harry Potter books. I still need to finish. I think the last two books, but I know. I was like, yeah, blah blah blah, and she was so upset that how I perceived because that was my first interaction with Harry Potter ever. She was
mhm.
so upset mine was so drastically different than the movie. And I'm like, is Hermione not black? And she goes, absolutely not. And she was like going on this whole spiel. And I'm like, okay. Yep. But I've been listening to the Lord of the Rings, like
The LibriVox audiobook.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
the Sons of Durin
Hmm.
and all of that. And so I was, it's around the time of Rings of Power, but it's really interesting. So,
Yeah, we have an ongoing joke in my D&D group because when it comes to my reading selections, I struggle to actually get into high fantasy books as I'm sitting there playing a D&D game or running a D&D game.
yeah.
So it's pretty hilarious.
So let me ask you this: what is your favorite romance trope? I don't know why I said troop.
It's okay. Favorite romance trope? I think it would have to be why choose. I enjoy a good why choose, and I would highly suggest like if you want to check out why choose on like paranormal romance, Brianna Michaels. She has a Hellhound Harem series. It's 9 books, 3 trilogies. Absolutely love them. They're constant rereads for me.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
I
wait.
couldn't write it, but I love reading it.
So wait. So you don't like the trope where it's the girl meets the shiny disco vampire?
No, no, I didn't even read Twilight.
See, I'm glad you know what I meant.
I think everybody knew what you meant.
Yeah, that's well, and that's the crazy thing because, like, according to like Deep Dive, want to check everything out. They were supposed to be like not even vampires, like they were supposed to be ancient ones made out of like crystals or marble or something.
Yeah,
So I don't know. I didn't read them. I'm okay with that.
But you need to be very careful. I know you're checking the door right now.
I am. I'm scared because a
We
certain
do a
someone wants the 20th anniversary covers of the shiny
mhm.
disco vampire.
Oh yeah. We watched it for popcorn, Twilight for popcorn buckets, and power to us. We watched all of the movies at 2 times speed, and it did not change the pacing
It did not.
at
God
all.
help us. We.
Oh,
Oh,
I will one up you. I will one up you. My mom loved the books. I went
Mhm.
to all of the movies with her. And I also went to oh yeah, all the movies in the theater. I also went to the midnight release of the final book that was out. My mom was so excited. We were about to walk out the door and it turned out she had won a free copy of the book. That woman barreled through Barnes and Nobles, snatched her book, got in the car, and she was like, "You drive. I'm busy." We didn't see her for like 24 hours at the very least.
well, alrighty then.
Man, my girlfriend loves Twilight as well, but luckily she is content with her original copy. So I'm in the clear, Deb.
Yeah, you're in the clear, but some of us in this episode's not in the clear. I'm not gonna name any names here, but somebody will
Are they in
magically.
frame?
They are in frame, and they will magically be making a trip to the bookstore soon.
Hannah says I'm not allowed there.
Sorrows and prayers.
Well, it'll be okay. I'll just go to the comic book section or the manga section. It'll be okay. I gotta go pick up the new Chainsaw Man.
Uh,
Ooh, there you go.
if you could sit down with and have coffee with one of your characters, who are you choosing?
Well, that's hard because this is about to be a 7 book series.
Hmm.
Okay. So I know who everybody is, like deep down inside, intimately, we could say. I think maybe August for reasons that I can't say. So he's a bartender in where you'll get my readers will get more of his story later on in the series. He's a bartender. He's just a greasy older dude, always looking sweaty. He's got a cigarette hanging out of his mouth, and he's just like, he hardly says words. He mostly just grunts. But August is definitely somebody. Now, when it comes to what is currently out for characters and what people know about, it would still be August.
Okay, sorry. How has Dungeons and Dragons helped you with your writing?
Gosh, I never had. Actually, Dungeons and Dragons is helping me write a fantasy book. I'm writing a dark fantasy. It's kind of on the back burner right now for the most part. I'm able to map out scenes a lot better, and I have this very linear progression with a story, which is super fun when writing because if if by chance either of you decide to pick up Lilith and read it, you'll kind of notice that each chapter kind of ends like a TV episode or like a D&D session. So I'm able to chop everything up really nicely for like scenes. When it comes to this fantasy series that I'm working on, kind of on that back burner, I have a D&D character that I played that I can't let go of. I love her too much. Her name is Belladonna Lupia. She was once an elf who was turned vampire. She's also a blood hunter. So she had a ton of benefits. Twice this woman got demon ichor on her, and twice she got the roles for angel wings. So, and she also took the Path of the Lycan. So she's a vampire werewolf hybrid with angel wings. You can't get any more fun than that. Her backstory, absolutely tragic. She fell in love with a woman who turned out later on to be a vampire who got tired of her, killed her, buried her mostly alive, and she dug herself out of a grave, seeking revenge.
Nice.
Awful evil.
That's what we like
Yeah,
to hear.
it was fun. Yeah, I got a pact with a archdemon or whatever. It was great.
Oh yeah, I know my second D&D character I ever played. He was an angel, and his friend accidentally started a demonic war, and I had the ability to absorb things because I had this special curse that we made up for this homebrew,
I'm so
and
sorry.
it allowed me to learn things. And so I learned just a bunch of useless things like cooking, and I learned a bunch of like useless skills, and I ended up stopping the demonic war with these useless skills.
Nice.
Yep.
Nice. Yeah, we just finished, my group and I, we've, believe it or not, I've had the same group for almost 4 years. I know it's almost unheard of, but we're all great. We just finished up halfway through Odyssey of the Dragon Lords.
Mhm.
I ran that campaign. It is lengthy, okay? Super lengthy. Totally worth it. Especially when you get a bard, or not a bard, a barbarian, like my husband plays. So he played a minotaur. This man TPK'd the entire party within the second session. It's all based off of Greek mythology. It is so much. Actually, I think I have it in my desk drawer. I do, because this is my war room essentially. You guys need to play it if you do play. Absolutely fantastic. And like halfway through the campaign, it tells you go play another campaign and come back to this if your party has won the war. So we're getting ready. We're gonna do Curse of Strahd next. Super excited for that one.
Yeah, I've got more free time right now. I probably won't in a couple of weeks because I'm starting a new job.
Okay.
But I've been wanting to do a D&D campaign, and I keep trying to convince Devin to do one for a couple years, and I have an in because I have gotten Megan into it.
Yes.
So
Oh, come on, Devin. What's wrong with D&D?
I
Do you not
just
like to play pretend with a bunch of adults?
no, I don't. It's just not my cup of tea. Like I'm
Why?
just like I don't know. It's just not like hey, power to you. You
But
want to be
it
a
could be your shot of whiskey.
oh god. Listen, if I had to play D&D while drunk, there ain't no telling what comes out my mouth.
I have a
The
good
best
idea.
time.
I have a good idea what comes out of your mouth drunk. I know what comes out of your mouth sober.
Yeah.
Okay, so you let him play a bard and,
See, he would actually probably play barbarian, knowing him.
really.
Yes,
Okay. All right.
and he'd probably go for dwarf as well.
Okay. Yeah, right now I'm playing a halfling. It's
Mhm.
something. It's an experience. I've never played a halfling and I've never played a rogue before, and I'm doing both at the same time.
What's a halfling?
So it's like a hobbit,
Ah, okay.
just different name for legal reasons.
Gotcha. We don't want to get sued by the mouse. Noted.
Not the mouse.
No.
Warner Brothers.
Oh, even worse.
So, what got you into D&D?
What got me into D&D? So I was first exposed to D&D by my husband. We've actually been together for a really long time. We met when we were 12 years old. So, yes. Yeah, it's super cute. It's super romantic. The whole spiel. But he showed it to me once. And for a long time, it was on the back burner. And we got to our first duty station. A bunch of his fellow soldiers came over. And we were just talking about playing it. And we did. And that was it. I fell in love right then and there. I was able to access this part of my imagination that I thought was slowly dying, and to be able to just be so creative in such a unique way and basically just play pretend. It was fun. And yeah, I've pretty much been playing ever since.
If you could pick someone to narrate one of your books, who would you pick?
Narrate one of my books. You know what? Let's just bring it back to Keanu Reeves.
Okay.
I think he would make a good Sam. Honestly. So Samael is the main character, the male main character of my book Lilith. He is the devil, the capital D, devil. He's also the leader of a demon mafia. He has a very laid back yet super serious thing about him. I think he would be able to pull it off well, because then there's like this, in the interviews you see the silliness from Keanu, and he would know how to put that in the right spots.
Awesome. So let me ask you this: which book holds the most meaning for you?
So I wrote a rom-com novella. It's titled Hal, and it came out on Valentine's Day. That book is essentially my homage to my parents' love story. They were high school sweethearts, and I was able to put so many different aspects of them in that story. It was my Valentine's Day gift to them.
Oh,
Yeah, no, it's super adorable. It really is. Like, even the dedication, I think I actually still have it here. I was working on bedazzling it. By the way, don't use super glue if you're going to bedazzle covers. It gets all chalky. But yes, and my dedication literally says, to my parents, I can't offer much, but now the essence of your love is written in literary history. Happy Valentine's Day.
oh,
You know? It's so cute. The ending is like gut wrenching. I want to throw up in a garbage can. Adorable. I can't tell you how many people who have read it and reached out to me and they're like, we need 300 more pages of this. Nice.
All right. Let's see. Where are we picking up? What is the Nightshade Academy?
Okay. I'm not supposed to tell too much about this, so you caught me at a good time.
Hmm.
So Nightshade Academy is a few authors and myself got together. A couple of them who were together for the Wicked Meet Cute series that I did with Hal. We got together and we were like, let's do Spooky Book Summer. Let's have it. Friday the 13th happens June 13th. Let's do Spooky Book Summer. So Nightshade Academy itself is a college for supernatural creatures of all shapes and sizes. Think Monster High, but adult.
not nice. When's it supposed to come out? Or are you guys still working on it?
June 13th, Friday the 13th.
Oh,
Hold on a minute. I gotta check something. I'm still scrolling.
he's scrolling.
Okay.
This is the part of the show where I introduce theme music.
You said June 3rd.
June 13th. Yeah, Friday the 13th.
Okay.
Yeah.
You should be fine.
I should be fine? Why?
Your episode comes out June 20th.
Okay. Well, that works.
Yeah, God, Kyle, don't
I mean,
scare
regardless.
people. You made her think we were gonna
okay.
pop
That
up.
was so fun. No,
No.
that was so fun. You
Yeah.
can say everything that I said is perfectly fine
Okay.
regardless. I know how
Okay.
to cover myself, all right?
Well, I just wanted to
But-
make sure in case, because sometimes we will get like webcomic people or book people, and they're like, "Hey, I need you to cut this out," but I want to nerd out for a little, and we're like, "Go ahead, we can just edit this out."
Yeah, no, it was really difficult when I was writing it. I'm not gonna lie. There was a point in time when I was writing it that I kind of gave up. And I was like, I can't do this. I'm not finding it. I'm not finding the love of it. And then all of a sudden, I looked at one of my characters, since we now know that when this episode is coming out, Manny, he's my dragon shifter. Yeah, so I wrote a whole, like, this is kind of where D&D helped me out. So he's an acid dragon. And I wrote an entire dragon lore of how he became a dragon shifter, which essentially involves the Knights of the Templar. See, where we all grew up in the human worlds, the humans grew up saying, oh, the Knights of the Templar, they slayed the dragon, all that fun stuff. That's like a horror story for dragonkind for them. And they almost went extinct, but thanks to the convergence, they were able to become shifters and kind of hide in plain sight. But Nightshade Academy, definitely, once I finally got the role of it, it was like, yes. And it actually leads into volume 2 of my series that I am currently working on.
Sorry, I lost my train of thought.
9.
Here we go. Sorry. If you could sum up each of your books up with 3 words each, how would you use the 3 words? Or what would the 3 words be? I'm sorry. Words are hard today.
Like all together my books, or just like 3 words for each book?
Each
Up
book.
to you.
Or yeah, up to you. You can
Oh,
do both.
okay.
Each book? Okay, I could do each book. Well, I mean, Demon Mafia Chaos, that would definitely be for Hal. For Lilith, It's Just Begun. That'd be a good one. It's Just Begun.
Devin, this is you in the future.
I know.
It really is. I hope you're ready. It doesn't stop.
I
And
don't even-
I had these guys totally prepped. Okay, they have snacks, they have regular food, they have some soda, they have water. They're all in their jammies. They had their movie on, and I'm just like, let me do this interview. I love you so much. But right now, unfortunately, my husband is away with Uncle Sam, so it's just me. That's it.
Oh no, you're fine. Trust me. It was we did the band oh gosh,
Felicity?
not
Cat in
Felicity,
the Hurricane?
not Cat in the Hurricane. It's the
Rat Path?
not Rat Bath. I like how I'm drawing a blank. They did the Muffet cover.
Oh, could well get better.
Yeah, the drummer's kid came running in. She's like, "Daddy, I want a hug," and he's like, "I can't give a hug. I'm in the middle of an interview, so it's okay."
Yeah.
Yeah. And there was the other one, just like, Mom, look at this toy.
Mom, I know. I can't wait.
Mom. No, my life is that episode in Family Guy where Stewie's yelling at Lois. Mom. Yeah, that's my life every day.
Mom, Mama, Mommy.
Mummy.
What?
Ma.
What? Hi.
Hi. And they do that. They absolutely do that. But speaking of that, like, my kids play D&D too.
Oh, yeah.
Like, yeah, it absolutely. I kind of like mix around with it to, of course, suit what they can do. But yeah, they play some D&D. We played this one that was set up for kids, and you get to be a cat.
What do you mean you get to be a
Like,
cat?
the whole thing. You get to be a cat. Listen, now you're gonna make me go through my nerd drawers. You're making me pull out stuff.
You're talking about like wind shape?
It's kind of like that, but it was like some sort of kitty cat one where you very literally can just like, your character is a cat, so you have to build your cat from scratch, and you have to go and solve mysteries. It was so cute. I don't think I have it in here.
I know there's a video game for the Switch that came out a couple months ago.
Okay.
And my girlfriend was debating on getting it for me, and I was like, and the funny thing is, one day I'm just sitting on the couch, I'm like, I'm thinking about getting a new game for Switch, and she's like, oh, and I'm like, yeah, there's this cat game, and she goes,
Stray?
yes, and I was like,
play it so bad.
I was debating on getting it, and I decided not to like save money because I ended up injuring my knee, so I had like doctor stuff I had to cover, but I was like, I'm debating on getting this game. And she's like, oh, what's it about? Oh, well, you're this cat. And you just wander around. She goes, Ray? And I'm like, yeah. And she goes, I was debating on getting it for you. And I was like, oh, you were?
I want to play it so bad, but I also was told that it's going to break my heart and I'm going to cry at the end.
Oh.
And, yeah. And I'm like, I don't know if I need a good cry like that right now.
Yeah.
Not for a poor kitty.
I have cried over other things before. So, I mean, I've cried over a boat before.
You know what? I've cried over ketchup and cream cheese. I was also pregnant, but I still cried.
Oh God, am I gonna look forward to that? I haven't looked forward to that yet.
Everybody's different. Listen,
she's fairly far along. I mean, so you've just been dealing with a lot of throwing up right now.
Oh no! Wait,
Listen.
how far along is she?
Come on, Devin. Do math.
Wow.
Do math, Devin.
Like 21 weeks, 20 weeks. I just know the due date's August 20th. That's when I know. That's as far as I know. And we're at.
I'm calling it. It's gonna be August 16th.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, she's.
My vote. August 16th is when that baby's getting born.
Well, she's starting to feel. She's starting to feel him like kick more or move around more. Definitely now, because we just did the anatomy scan to know that, to make sure he's like 100% a boy. Because obviously now that you can just do the blood work.
Yeah, Devin sent me feet pics.
Did. Times are getting rough.
Well, and that's the thing. Like, You're pretty clear for the most part, but you never know what's gonna happen. Sometimes it still just pops out and was like, oh, actually, maybe that was the umbilical cord.
I know, oh my gosh, when my mom was pregnant with me, they're like, hey, you probably should abort him. He's gonna have dwarfism, club feet, he's gonna have Down syndrome, he's gonna have all these birth defects. And then nope, none of it. So
Wow.
yeah.
I don't know. The weirdest thing I've had to deal with right now, and it's not really bad, is she was really craving Bart A1 sauce. That's it. And steaks.
Yo, but that's so valid. I get it. It's one of those things that when you've been through the trenches, you get it. Strawberry cream cheese. See, I was very prideful because I was like, I never asked my husband to go out in the middle of the night to grab anything. But there I was in the middle of the night crying because I wanted strawberry cream cheese. And this poor man, I didn't ask him, but he went out and got me my strawberry cream cheese for a bit because I was a puddled mess. It was terrible. Not the best of times.
Oh no, it was yeah, it was last weekend. It was last Friday night because I had a show. I had a local show the very next day, but late Friday night, she looked at me. She goes, "Man, you know what sounds really good?" And this is like 11:30 at night. She's like, "A hot dog. I want a hot dog." And like all this within like 30 seconds. She's like, "Ooh, a burger." And then 30 seconds later, "Ooh, a pizza." I'm not even hungry. They all just sound appealing. I'm like, "Where am I gonna get a pizza at 11:50 at night?"
7-Eleven?
There ain't one down here.
You
Wait,
don't got a 7-Eleven?
He's way down in South Georgia.
yeah, I'm
I
in.
don't know what's over in South Georgia.
I
Okay,
mean,
what are
Mostly
Sheets?
trees.
Mostly trees, nice.
Mhm.
Sheets, Wawas? None? Oh my gosh, yeah, Turkey Hill. Oh,
Go in the woods and get yourself a deer.
okay,
Make some hot dogs, Devin.
yeah,
yeah.
that's actually yes, that could actually happen. Yes, I just need to go into the woods with my hunting rifle and just go. Yeah, especially go off of Highway 41 and freaking deer.
See, the only thing about this that scares me is you with a gun.
Oh, relax.
David, I know how clumsy you are.
Oh, I know how clumsy I am too. Why you don't think I don't have one?
I know.
Be posting on the show podcast. I can't record today. I shot myself in the foot.
No, it wouldn't even be. How, Devin, how did you shoot yourself in the shoulder if you were shooting the gun? And he goes, I don't know. It just happened.
Oh goodness.
It would happen. I would somehow shoot myself in the shoulder from firing the gun. I'm just like,
Yeah.
huh, well, that's a thing.
See, I like archery. You know, at least you know, for the
Yeah.
most part, the arrow's going straight.
Oh, yeah. I used to do archery, and so it is really cool. I miss being able to do that because
Yeah.
I'm in an apartment complex now, and I absolutely cannot be like, well, let me get my bow and arrow real quick.
I am looking for an archery range around here because I have honestly, my compound is way too big for me. I ended up getting when their very first compound bow. I ended up getting that at a flea market for pennies on the dollar, essentially. This thing was built for somebody that was definitely somewhere around 6 foot to 6'5". It has a 65-pound drawback, and that's the lowest it can go. Yeah, and a 22-inch. Yeah.
See,
And I'm like,
I've never been into compound bows. I've always used long bows.
I know what you're talking
I
about.
started with long bows, but yeah,
We
it's
grew up
like
using
so when I'm
compound.
pulling it back, I'm pulling it like back
Yeah.
to my ear, and it's rough. And everybody looks at me at 65 pounds. Can you pull that? Of course I can.
Yeah.
I wouldn't keep it if I couldn't pull it.
Yeah.
And when I bought it, I think he had it set to like 75 or 80. It was like, gosh,
Man, you're making me want to get back into that hobby.
do it. You won't regret it.
There-
How do you think I started writing books? Because I got back into writing.
Yeah.
It was my hobby.
Oh, I thought you were going to say because I got back into archery, and I was like, really?
That's
No,
how.
but I do know an author who, to learn how to write fight scenes, she took fencing classes.
I remember hearing that.
Yeah, Maria V. Schneider. She took fencing classes. She's an absolutely fantastic person. Loved chatting with her when I got the opportunity. I saw she was at my book club. I didn't realize. Funny story. I love telling this story. So it was my very first time ever at a book club. Never gone in my entire life. And we read The Poison Study. Well, Poison Study by her. So I go in, I sit down. I'm really shy, awkward, not saying anything. And there's this woman sitting next to me, and she's not saying anything either. I'm like, oh, cool. Maybe she's new. Like, this is so great. And then the person who owned the bookshop sat down and was like, and here's Maria V. Schneider. And she's sitting right next to me. I'm like, oh my gosh, she's not new. She's a professional. It was absolutely terrifying for me. I was just like, what do I say? I can't say anything bad about this book. There's nothing bad about the book. You should absolutely read The Poison Study, which it is about a chick who is in prison and she ends up becoming the king's poison tester. So good. So there's two of them. There's Poison Study and then the Study of Poisons. You would have to read them in tandem because Poison Study came out first, and that's the female main character, but she started writing the series from the male main character's point of view. So you could see how it works. Pretty wild for me. It's kind of highlight of my life.
Why do I feel like my wife owns this?
I think she does. She's talked to me
So
about
great.
Poison before.
Well, there's also The Poisoner. And then there's, what was it? The Lost Apothecary. Oh my gosh, that's a good book.
The
It's Time Jump.
Apothecary.
Yeah, The Lost Apothecary.
There,
So good.
there's an anime about Apothecary that my girlfriend's really into. And I was like, oh, do you want to watch this? And she goes, no, we don't have time to explain all that to you. Jumping in at this new season's too complicated. And she had like this long wait, and I was like, you could just say no. I was like, that would have been so much quicker than you doing a long-winded explanation. She goes, fair.
At this point, I'm just sitting on edge because, like, I'm waiting for my husband to get home so that way we could finish Solo Leveling. It's one of those things, like, when you sit down and you start it together, you can't watch it without them.
Yep.
I've been waiting weeks. I just want to finish Solo Leveling.
Oh my gosh! Speaking of Invincible, we were gonna review this new season of Invincible, which was out on Amazon because we're both nerds. And so I'm watching it, and my girlfriend's like watching it here and there, and I'm like, "Do you want to start it over from the beginning?" Because I'm about to rewatch the entire series, and she goes, "No, I'll be fine. I won't be confused." And so she started on season 4 with me, and then I went back, rewatched the entire series up from season 1 to 4, and so she is seeing every couple episodes that I'm watching, and she's like, "I'm so confused. What is happening? I thought he was dead." Blah 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 blah. And I'm like, I offered to rewatch the entire series with you. You cannot be upset because you're confused because you didn't want to do that. And she goes, but he was just dead. Now he's alive. And I'm like, we're on season 1. And she goes, well, this happened in this. And I'm like, that was 2 seasons ago. And she goes, what? And I'm like, this was last season. Blah blah blah. And I'm like, you could have just watched the entire series with me. Do you want to watch the entire series over with me? She goes, no, not now. I'm too upset because I'm confused. And I'm like, okay.
That's too funny. What was the one that we really loved? Reincarnation of a Slime. You know?
Mhm.
Gosh, isn't that so good?
Yeah. I haven't
Yeah.
started yet. I'm looking at it. I'm like, this is interesting. I
Oh,
think I may
it is
start that.
No, it's really good. Listen, we saw this. We were randomly scrolling, and we're like, we've been really into this isekai kick. Do we really want to try a sword? And we thought it was going to be terrible, but fell in love, binge watched the whole thing. It's good. It's really good.
Okay.
God, no, I mean,
But I got into this, like, go ahead.
oh, no, go ahead. I'm gonna pull up. I found one recently I thought I liked. I gotta pull it up, but it's just terrible. I thought it
I
was
know
terrible.
I know one that Hannah really liked was I got reincarnated into a spider, and I was like, "What are you watching?" And she goes, "I got reincarnated in a spider." And I was like, "One more time." And she's like, "I got reincarnated as a spider." And she goes, "Have you watched this before?" And I was like, "No, but you're terrified of spiders. Why are you watching this?"
Well, I'm gonna have to look that one up
Yeah.
because, like, we've been in this isekai kick for a while, and I got really into wholesome ones.
Mhm.
What was it? That Farming in Another World?
Mhm.
That was so good. By the Grace of the Gods. Did you see By the Grace of the Gods?
I am not.
Not
Oh
yet.
my gosh, it is so good. I think it's on Hulu, but it's either Hulu or Peacock. But so good, so. This dude gets reincarnated and like spends so much time with slimes and just like discovers how like
Is that
he can make
one?
new ones and
Oh yeah, that's on
it's so
Peacock.
good.
Yeah, I came across that randomly on Peacock one day, and I was like, "This is weird."
I saw that on TikTok, and I was like, "Okay." And then I saw it, and then I was like, "What's that one with the slimes? I need to find out which one that is so I can watch it because it looks interesting." But there's one I'm watching now. I don't know the name of it. It's like
Look at that! My goodness,
No, 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 no! Don't you,
oh, so
don't,
pretty.
she terrified me earlier because we have a
don't you!
metal bed frame, and I was playing her with my feet, and I like did like this with my feet, and she went under the blanket. So my feet were under the blanket. and she freaked out. And then she ended up like flying out the metal bars, and I was like, "Oh my gosh, where did you go? Are you okay?" And she's just like, "Where did I come from? Where did I go?"
Luna, there are two people here. Do not do what you normally do. Do not scar this poor lady. You can scar me, but do not scar this
No,
poor
what do you do?
lady.
Wait, what do you normally do?
So
No.
she'll like show her butthole to the
Oh,
camera.
Yeah.
that's
Kevin
just
hates
cat
it.
energy. It's cat energy. I have pets myself. I have 2 dogs, 2 cats, and a bearded dragon. Yeah, I think I made a video on my TikTok with my bearded dragon.
Don't
think
do it,
so.
Luna.
I might
Luna,
have.
don't you
Oh no, I did.
don't
Do
you
it.
don't you
Do it for
dare.
the vine.
No, we're not doing it for the Vine. We're not doing it for the TikTok. We're not gonna scar me for the millionth time. Keep that tail where I can see it.
She's just making biscuits.
Point in time, it's just a little CPTSD. You'll be okay.
Ugh. God, so many times I've seen that cat's butt.
But yeah, I did.
No.
I made that night nurse video with it.
It's okay. You can lay there.
It's really funny because my dragon's name is D.
Mhm.
D is for his full name is D. D is for dragon.
Mhm.
D&D the dragon. My eldest kiddo was like 1 when they named him, and it just stuck. This is D&D the dragon.
Yeah.
See, that's creative. I like that.
We originally her name was Crystal when we got her, and we're like, Crystal absolutely does not fit. Oh hi, she's just sitting behind the thing, just so.
Father, I demand some wet food.
You coming over the camera?
Dude,
Yes, yeah, she knows who's on her side.
Mm-hmm.
don't you do it. Don't you do it. I need to see that tail. I'm kind of scared.
Sometimes, listen, we decided on Luna because we're like, she's a tart cat. I wanted to name her something with like, because she's got like half of a mustache.
Mm-hmm.
And so I was like, we got to figure something out Monopoly themed. And Hannah's like, absolutely not. And I was like, fair enough. So we ended up on Luna, which is apparently a very common cat name because of the anime Sailor Moon.
Makes sense. I mean, I watched Sailor Moon when I was a kid.
You okay?
She's
No,
like, no, it's
she's not.
bedtime.
You're not giving her enough.
It's
You're not
bedtime. What are
giving
you
her enough
doing?
attention.
We're not watching Sailor Moon. Usually you've been watching Sailor Moon.
Listen, I don't know what it is, but when I watch something that is dubbed, she is obsessed and she'll watch the TV. And then sometimes when it's not dubbed, she'll also watch. So.
Oh, look at that. She does. Look at that. It just curls right around her little lip.
Oh yeah.
That's adorable. I have the grumpy and sunshine energy going on over here with my cats. I have Salem. Take a guess on what color Salem is.
Black.
Oh my gosh, wow, you guys are so good at that. And then I have Leo, and he is an orange cat. I have never owned an orange cat in my life, and I am learning what that entails. I also have never owned a cat in my life that acts like a cat, and Leo does. It's a whole new world. But yeah, he's something. But he'll go, and in the morning, he'll sleep by my head. The moment my alarm goes off, he is in my face and he's like, "No, it's time to wake up. The alarm happened. Feed me. This is it." And he won't leave me alone. Like, there is no sleeping in. Not with Leo.
So we went to the Humane Society and we were looking for a cat because it was our anniversary gift to us. And so we were looking at a bunch of cats and we were gonna get this kitten. And then they're like, "I've got one more I want to show you guys." And it's this little cat, terrified, little scaredy cat, terrified to get out of her little kennel. And I looked at Hannah and I was like, "We're getting this cat." And she goes, "What? We're getting this cat. This cat has social anxiety. We're getting it. It's a little anxious cat. We have to get it." And so we got Luna, and it went pretty well. She just hid the entire time. I was like, "This is normal. This is fine." And Hannah's like, "No, we need to get her to explore more so she's more comfortable." I'm like, "She'll do it in her own time." And so Hannah hid her hiding spot. And then she was doing okay when I was at the apartment with her. And then we left for work. And I come back and I can't find the cat.
Oh no.
And so for 2 days we're looking for this cat. She is not eating, she's not drinking, so we're terrified. And then Hannah finds her in a hole underneath her cabinets. She's been there for 2 days. We finally get her food and water. And it was a pain with our apartment complex to get her out. Because we put in a maintenance request.
Yeah.
And we didn't hear anything back. And so I go and check. because I'm worried about my cat.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, we canceled it. And I was like, you did what? And they're like, oh, we canceled it. We'll take care of it. It's just a little kitten. I was like, it is not a kitten. This is a cat. She is stuck. She needs to be removed from the hole. You can't just like pull her out and they're like, oh, we can do it. And so the girl's on the floor. One of the people at the desk is on the floor yanking on my cat's arms. And I'm just like, I really don't want you to do this right now. I'm pissed off.
Yeah.
And only thing she can think about, well, at least I'm wearing shorts under my dress. And I'm like, I'm not looking at you. I'm worried about my cat. And so they're like, well, we'll call the fire department. And they're like, can you call the fire department? Because we can't get her out. And I was like, okay. Because not like I said that before.
Right.
And so I called them. They're like, oh, you need animal control. And so I call animal control. And they're like, oh, we don't do that. You need to call the fire department. And I'm like, ma'am, I was just on the phone with the fire department. They said I needed to call you. And they're like, oh, well, we're not allowed to do that because it's like a residential thing. So for like the cat being stuck, you'd have to call the fire department and they may have tools to cut him out. And so I went back and forth on the phone and then they tried on the phone. And so they went to the fire department across the street and they're like, hey, could you cut them out? And the fire departments are doing training. And so when they showed up, they're pissed off. They're like, we
Right.
don't normally do this. And I was like, yeah, I know. I put in a maintenance request and they canceled it. And so now I'm losing my security deposit because they didn't want to do it in house because the maintenance people were too busy. And they're like, I'm also pissed off. And they're like, we understand. We didn't know all that. And I was like, I know. I'm sorry. I'm angry. And so they cut her out. Eventually she comes out and she has been joined at my hip ever since.
Well, I mean, at least you found something to bond over.
Oh, yeah.
She finally learned that you were gonna save her.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, but it was such a struggle at the start of having her. And then so we got her a second cat so she would have somebody to play with.
Right.
Because she's got anxiety, and so she would get anxious when I would go for to work and come back. And now she knows for sure that we're not just going to abandon her and we'll come back. So she's better now. She still hates it anytime we leave though. And she'll like go at the door and just stare at us. But we got her a second cat. It's my friend's cat, and we can't keep her because this cat that she does not like Luna, and so we're like, man, we wish you could really keep you. You're a sweet little cat, sweet little autistic cat, but we can't keep you. But the cat, we're so worried about her going to a new home because we haven't had any luck finding her a new home.
Right.
But she's a little autistic cat. Every once in a while, she just stares at you like this. One eye's going one way, one's going the other, and I'm like, oh, there's something wrong with this cat. I've got to go. And I looked it up. This cat has multiple traits of autism. And so you'll just hear dun 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 dun, and she runs like this with her arms out.
God.
And so she runs like this, and I'm like, oh, yep, that's an autistic sign. And she'll chase her tail on regularly, and I'm like, oh my gosh, this is an autistic cat. You're so sweet, but you're autistic.
My goodness.
Oh, I think I'm on the wrong questions. All right, Tevin, should we get back on topic, or you?
I got us. So, what D&D class would you be in real life?
In real life, gosh, probably a storyteller bard. Probably a story in real life. We got to be honest here. It would be a storyteller bard. I'm not happy about it. I'm proud that I'm a writer, but I'm not happy about the class.
I'm guessing it's a stereotype.
Maybe it's a combination, but also it's just like the storyteller thing, because there really isn't necessarily another class that dives into the creative arts like that, like a bard does. And I genuinely am a creative person. I play multiple musical instruments. I sing opera. I have so many arts and crafts hobbies. I write books. The list just kind of keeps going on. I garden. I paint. So when it comes down to it, with my creativity, I would have to be a bard.
I don't think there's anything wrong with that.
No, there
No.
isn't. It's just like it'd be so much cooler if I could say something like, "Oh, I'm a rogue," or I don't know, maybe a druid. No.
Well, Devin, I know which class I would definitely fall into, and I don't know what you would be.
You're a
could be
wizard,
bard.
Kyle.
No, I'd be a druid, unfortunately.
You're a wizard, Kyle.
Okay, what makes you lean to druid though?
I have a degree in ecology and field biology.
Okay, that would do it. Yep.
Yeah.
No, you can just leave it there. I kind of collect, education just for funsies.
Oh no, I love learning new things, and to Devin's horror, I love telling him fun facts.
You're a random fun facts person?
God,
Yes.
I
yes.
love random fun facts.
Oh God,
Oh, it's my
popcorn book.
favorite thing. Like
Oh no, our
somebody
movie review
I'm
podcast
I'm
is a
emailing her.
hellscape.
I'm
It's
emailing
a
her the link to
hellscape
popcorn
for
buckets
Devin.
for her. I'm
Because I'll be
emailing her
like,
popcorn
yeah,
buckets.
we watched this pirate movie. Do you want to know the worst kinds of torture, Devin? God, no, Kyle.
no, I'm the same way. It's just like let's just randomly as soon as
Yeah.
somebody says something or something, did you know?
Yep. Oh no, Megan will give me a hard time when I visit them because they're like, she's like, fun fact, and I'm like, stop mocking me. I will give you fun facts, and you will be uncomfortable.
Fun fact. You want to know a
Yeah,
fun fact about
and it's
scurvy?
just like the most random. Yo, scurvy. That's like listen, vitamin C. And the thing is, like, literally, people still get scurvy to this day.
Mm-hmm.
One of the most common. Sorry, I have my office is my garage, so I have my garage door open because Texas is hot this time of year. But we also get June bugs,
Mm-hmm.
and they're dumb. They're idiots. The purpose of them in general is to just fly around and piss you off as they just bump into everything. Anywho, the most common people who end up getting scurvy or a vitamin C deficiency are
Mm-hmm.
people who have hereditary hemochromatosis because they have to avoid vitamin C so
Yep.
that way they don't overload in iron.
Oh yeah,
Fun fact to Devin's horror.
Well, if I ever am in Texas,
it's better than when we did Shape of Water.
God, Shape of Water scarred me for life.
Shape of water.
Yep.
Yeah.
I used my ecology degree for evil and talked about how most fish reproduce.
Oh well, yeah, that's
Yeah.
why the ocean is so salty. That
Wait,
makes sense.
I don't want to go down that road. I think whiskey's blocked out that memory.
I can fix that.
No,
Gosh.
I have a degree in this, Devin. I can
I know.
absolutely fix this.
I don't
I
want
also
to.
know a lot about eggs.
We're not talking about fertilizing the eggs. No.
I've been waiting for an egg movie, just so you know.
You've been waiting for it. So you've been trying to find an egg movie.
I haven't had much luck.
Did you see the mushroom documentary though?
I'm not.
On Netflix, you haven't seen the mushroom documentary?
I don't have Netflix. That was another one that I lost when I moved.
Okay. Well, it's all right. It's
Yeah.
out there somewhere amongst the abyss. But yeah, definitely check out the mushroom documentary. That's a really good one.
I know, what is it? Blue Planet. They just released a new one.
Okay.
I think they released a new one recently, and I was looking forward to that because I keep seeing ads for it. Oh yeah. Alrighty.
You okay down there, Devin? Because Kyle and I have been like talking this whole time.
Oh no,
So-
I'm sending you our show popcorn buckets where you can enjoy all his fun facts for the past 2 years, 3 years, whenever we started this one. Here you go.
2021.
Fun facts, 2021. Pick a movie, enjoy the fun facts.
Oh yeah, they
just
get
didn't let me
much
right.
more unhinged the more you go down.
Oh
I
yes,
love
extremely.
This is gonna be fun.
Could you explain for the listeners at home how you became the night nurse?
That's a really fun story. Okay, so once upon a time, I had graduated nursing school because I am a LPN. On graduation day, during my pinning ceremony, usually people bring flowers, to congratulate a graduate. My dad had bought me The Night Nurse, the first copy of The Night Nurse. And, well, my first copy, I should say. It's not the first copy. But I didn't know how that was going to pivot into my entire life. Randomly one day, after I had children, we were sitting down and we were kind of like watching a movie or doing something. I don't know. And my husband came off. He was like, "Oh yeah, your mom does that. She's a night nurse." I was like, "What?" And my kiddo freaked out because that's when they were really starting to get into the Marvel movies and the Avengers. Like, you met Iron Man, you met Thor, you met all these people, and I'm just like, yeah, absolutely. Somebody's got to take care of them. When do you go to work? Can I go to work with you? No, 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 no. Absolutely not. So this was very much an in-house, like in my house story. It was something that came up and, went away. A couple months ago, I think that's when I posted the video, a couple months ago, my kiddo had asked me randomly again, like, "Oh, Mom, who did you take care of? Did you see Spider-Man? Like, did you see all these people?" And I'm like, "Oh, yeah, for sure." And then he broke my heart. And he goes, "Are you lying to me? Is this real?" He knows very well that I am an actual nurse. Did agency nursing. And I was like, I need help. I need help because this magic that I have going on cannot die. It's
Mhm.
too precious. So I went onto TikTok and I asked all cosplayers, I called them out with genuinely thinking, first of all, forgetting that it was my business profile. So that was fun, but genuinely thinking that it was going to go nowhere. Absolutely nowhere. And the cosplay community stepped up. The nerds stepped up as soon as they heard my story, as soon as they heard that I needed help with videos thanking the night nurse for, helping them with whatever was going on medically. They just went with it, and like still to this day that video is still getting shares, likes, reposts. People are tagging. I've had so many comments on that video of people saying, commenting Marvel Studios, but also telling me like, oh, you need to be the actual night nurse. Marvel needs to get on this because you are the night nurse. And I'm like, I didn't think I was gonna start a thing, but thank you. But yeah, it always birthed from wholesomeness.
All right, this is our last question.
Okay.
Where can the people find you? If I can speak. I thought I was doing it for an hour, but apparently not. Where can the people at home find you and your books?
Okay, so my series Mr. M Bookshops and all the novellas attached to it can be found on Kindle Unlimited and paperback. You can buy it through Amazon, or if you are anti-Amazon, you can also order it through Barnes & Noble, the paperback. When you're looking for me on social media, I am on most social media platforms: YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook. But I promise you, if you want to get to know me and you want to like see what my content is really about and who I am, join me on TikTok, especially live in the morning, Monday through Friday, for breakfast and chit chat at roughly 8 a.m. Central Standard Time.
All right, awesome. Well, guys, as always, come check me out on my podcast, the More Sports Podcast for everybody, and as well as this podcast we've mentioned several times in this episode with the fun facts. Kyle, don't you do it? A Popcorn Buckets, where we review a new movie every Sunday. And hey, subscribe to our YouTube channel, Random Incorporated, where you can watch the video version of all of our episodes with all of our awesome guests, as well as this one as well. And hey, just follow us on Instagram at Rendo Bucket Boys, and we're on Twitter at Rendo Corporate One. And hey, we're now on Blue Sky at the Random Hour. MR, do you have anything you want to say? Any last words? Did I freeze?
No, I did. I glitched out completely. My brain wiped out and I was in my own little world. No, I think I'm good.
Alrighty.
Kyle, do you have a fun fact?
Don't you?
So, in
Oh my God, no! You start. I'm glad someone's here to suffer with me. Go ahead.
eggs, there is
The
actually
difference is I'm going to enjoy this.
there is an inner coating for the nucleus, and so there's a little thing, a little pack there that the
Yeah,
eggs will use as like a food source for the duration of the incubation of the egg. So they will feed on that and will slowly get smaller as they go to like build up their strength as they grow inside the egg until it's
right.
completely gone. And then the outer coating will kind of like dissolve and they'll break through the egg.
Uh,
Fun
well,
fact.
all
Just
right.
for you, Devin.
That's kind of actually. So that's not the worst one I've heard.
I try to give like variety, you know?
There's some wild ones in there, and there's some wild ones on popcorn buckets. But Kyle, you better wait up going another 30 minutes.